I'm David Fleming, and I want to welcome you to the YouTube channel of Disciples Ignited, where we are focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we started this new series on Disciples Ignited YouTube channel on modern day prophets and prophetic ministry for today. And over the past several videos, we've been studying about the life and ministry of Samuel. And just over the past couple of videos, we've talked about how the Lord first spoke to Samuel when he was just a very young boy. I mean, just very young. But the Lord was going to develop Samuel into one of the greatest prophets of Old Testament history. In fact, the Bible tells us that the Lord did not allow any of Samuel's words fall to the ground and die. He was a powerful prophet. But I want to bring out something that needs to be said. Even a mature prophet can be blinded to those things that he does not want to see. The Lord opened up Samuel's eyes and spoke to him powerful things. But there was one area of Samuel's life that he chose to be blind to, and that was his two sons. Let me read to you. 1 Samuel chapter 8, verses 1 through 3. When Samuel grew old, he appointed his sons as Israel's leaders. The name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second was Abijah, and they served at Beersheba. But his sons did not follow his ways. They turned aside after dishonest gain and accepted bribes and perverted justice. Oh! Now, do I believe that the Lord revealed this to Samuel, that his sons were not living right? I believe so. But this is just one of those cases where we often only see what we want to see. We often hear what we want to hear. Now, Samuel knew better. If you'll remember, Samuel was brought up by Eli the priest. And Eli himself was not living for the Lord as he should have been, because he was allowing his two sons, which were acting as priests in that day, he was allowing his two sons to treat the Lord's ministry with contempt, and Samuel had to grow up under that. Now, the Lord chose to put Samuel in that position because he wanted to teach Samuel the necessity of walking right with God at all times. Because when Samuel came into ministry, the word of the Lord was very rare. Why? Because, as we've already pointed out in previous videos, because Eli the priest, who was in leadership at that time, was not where he should have been with the Lord. In fact, Eli's two sons, the Bible calls them scoundrels because they treated the Lord's ministry with contempt. And so there's no excuse for Samuel to grow up and to ignore the very things that his sons were doing. He knew better. But that gives us this warning. Even a powerful prophet can close his eyes to those things that he doesn't want to see. He can close his ears to those things that he doesn't want to hear. Oh, may the Lord help us all, those of us who are flowing in the prophetic, to truly learn how to listen and then take seriously everything that the Lord speaks and do whatever the Lord says. Let us not make the mistakes that others have made. We'll talk more about prophetic ministry tomorrow.